Okay, so let us see how the PD is done with this machine. First, we select the fill volume that we are giving into the machine. Here we have taken 1500. Then we take the total volume in ml of the PD fluid that we are giving into the machine. Here it's 10 liters. Now we select the fill time and the last fill volume, and moving ahead we see the total number of cycles and the average dwell time. If you're okay with this, we move on to the next step where we load the bags and tubings and close all the clamps. So the first primary PD bag is loaded into the top portion, the covered portion of the machine. Here there is a heating pad to heat this PD bag. The secondary PD bag or the refill PD bag is placed above this PD bag on a top portion where a clearance or a cavity is given for the same. Now, moving forward, we have to go to the next procedure where we have to load the tubings and close the clamp, which we have done here. The number 1 tubing that you see goes to the primary PD bag, and the number 2 tubing that you see goes to the secondary PD bag. Now, all this comes down to an exit drain PD bag that is present below, which also is attached to a weighing scale. This is number 3, and as you can see, we have also closed the clamp over here. Now moving on to the next step, we need to connect the tube and bags to the patient. Now you need to strictly ensure the patient has followed all his sanitary procedures before undertaking the treatment. Then we have to attach the tubes to the patient's transfer set through the catheter that is attached to him simultaneously. Now, as the patient sleeps through the night, his peritoneal dialysis procedure will be done. He need not keep changing the bags or do anything. Now, moving ahead, we will open the tube clamps and we will start the procedure. Now, as you can see, the procedure has started, and like I previously mentioned, the procedure will run as long as the patient sleeps and as long as the time is given. Now, once the procedure is done, we need to close all the clamps and the transfer switch and disconnect it from the patient. It's mandatory to use a neat new transfer set each time, which is sealed for hygienic reasons. Now we've removed the tubes from the patient, and now the patient may continue his rest or go ahead with his day. We can also see the current history and the total history of the patient on this machine. Now since we haven't inserted a USB drive into this, it says that we cannot create the file, but if you insert a USB drive, it copies the history onto the USB drive in terms of a file that can be accessed yet again.